Welcome, and you tuned in to another edition of Homage Speaks. Well, what homage is due, homage is paid. And right now, we got to talk about a couple things. We got to talk about the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, and they have did the unthinkable. They have made it back to the postseason to get what is theirs. Make no mistake about it, this is one of the toughest things you have to do in sports. People want to see you fail, and the Atlanta Falcons had to come with it and had to get it in. I'm trying to tell you right now what we saw yesterday was a hungry football team starving to get another opportunity to get what is theirs. But we got to improve offensively. Our defense, surprisingly, is top 10 in scoring. Dan Quinn is a defensive guy. That is what he loves to do is build a defense. We play fast. We play physical. We're starting to get pressure on the quarterback. We're doing what is necessary on the defensive side of the ball to get the job done. But Matt Ryan, I just need you to come through for 4 games. You got one job. You got a ball for all 4 of them because we can't do it without you playing at the highest level that you can play at. Let's be clear here. Everybody has done what they normally do. We're averaging 119 yards a game rushing. That's 1 yard off from last year. Julio Jones has better statistics this year, minus the 3 touchdowns, than he did last year at this point. Our defense has improved. You got Sanu, you got Gabriel, you got Hooper, you got Coleman. Everybody is coming with it. Matt Ryan, your play has to elevate. It's time for you to step into the limelight and lead this team to victory. If you do not get it done, we will not get it done. And I got a news flash for you. I don't know what they're doing out there, but it's time to start drafting a replacement after this season. If Matt Ryan do not get it done for us, make no mistake about it, this is a golden opportunity. The only team that I'm worried about in this playoff on the NFC East side that the Falcons will have trouble with is the New Orleans Saints. I'm not worried about nobody else. New Orleans is playing great football right now. Their defense is rocking. They got number 9, and when you play the Saints right now, their most explosive offensive weapon you're not even worried about, and that's a scary and dangerous football team from looking at it from that perspective. But make no mistake about it, it's time. It is going down. My main man, Jiggy, just doing it. He's a Patriot fan. I don't know nothing you got to say right now.
No, no, but actually, stemming back off of what it was you was talking about when you was talking about Atlanta. I watched the Falcons play yesterday, and and to me, what stuck out most, in a do or die situation, you saw Matt Ryan answer questions that a lot of people had questions about with him all year long. Can he step up when the moment is there? And I saw that yesterday, although it wasn't a pretty game, but at the same time, Matt Ryan made key plays in that game and made key throws in that game to put them in a good position to be successful. And that defense.
I got to shout out my boy 6'8" Poe. What's going on, man? I know you're New Orleans fans. Hey, legendary Johnny Poe's son right there, my guy. I love number 9, but you see what the shirt says. It got to happen. We got to go through y'all to do it. That's just how I feel. Go ahead, J-Mo.
But I want to ask you this though. Why is it that it seems as if it's very hard for when I watch Matt Ryan drop back? Yesterday, I kept looking in his eyes of what it is he's looking at as a quarterback. Mm-hmm. I really don't see him like look at Julio. He don't really look at Julio like that. Why is that?
He probably was looking at Luke Kuechly coming at him, boy. That's who he should have been playing attention to.
Yeah, Lou was coming yesterday, but I wanted to ask you this because I know do you believe going into the playoffs and going against the Rams? I know the defense travels. And I know with Atlanta having, like you said, one of the top 10 in scoring defense, do you really think that defense can hold offense like St. Louis? Can they hold them down enough points to where they can get to their magic number? Atlanta can get to their magic number because they're undefeated when they score over 20+ points a game.
Well, look, let me tell you like this. I don't know if y'all heard the question on y'all end, but Jeremy pretty much jumped right into the next conversation about what the Falcons got to do to beat the Rams. Me personally, I wouldn't want it any other way. I wanted the most least experienced team right now. If I could have got Philly, it would have been even better. I got a news from Philly fans. Y'all not winning that game unless y'all get killed. Like if Drew Brees come up there again, he gonna beat y'all again. But I strongly believe, Apo, I gotta tell you, man, I think we can beat the Rams. We stopped Todd Gurley, and I lose with Jared Goff and Sammy Watkins and them boys, then I deserve to go home. There's no excuses for that. Their best player on offense is not Sammy Watkins, it's not Jared Goff, it's Todd Gurley. We take away the win. I like Deion Jones. Coming out of the factory, he will be able to check and make open field tackles. I think the Falcons should beat the Rams. They're the most experienced team, they're the hungriest team. Rams did a great job just by getting there. You take a couple of losses from Seattle, a couple of injuries here there. Seattle probably be representing that division very well. But the Rams are going in the right direction, and this is a step for them in the learning process to know what it really looks like. A version of them is supposed to look like. We're about to see the Falcons beat them the way they're going to eventually start beating teams. By their wide receiver and running back, quarterback combination. We're finna give it to you. And shout out to my man Charles. Look at man. I know you're a Saints fan, and I know you don't like this shirt. Just know I like number 9, so I never hate on you. Never hate on the Saints. Drew Brees is that 1-2-3 lead. I ain't studying no Saints except for Johnny Poe. I just want y'all to know that. Oh yeah, do some challenge. That's what I always rock. But that's it. What? Come on, Charles. Don't play me now. I ain't trying to. If Cam Newton gonna throw y'all 4 interceptions, I'll pick y'all to lose that game too. But I know y'all gonna take care of business down in the booth. I already know what I'm not gonna play the game. Not gonna play it at all. Mike J, what's going on, man? Shout out to my boy Mike J, big brother, my boy F from Jackson. Hey D, what is you got that? D, you got the Panthers over the Saints? What? Come on with the games, man. Come on with the games, man. If Cam Newton play like MVP Cam Newton, if he play like he played last night, don't stop. They get smacked. Smack job. But we also got to talk about another thing right quick. Boy Jeremy, if y'all can hear on my end. But he's a Patriots fan. They done cheated their way into the playoffs yet again. They are going to be the number 1 seed. Jeremy, how you feel about that?
Well, if we are this, if anybody can beat us, this will be the year we're most vulnerable to lose in the playoffs. Giving the simple fact of what we dealt with all year long, we have been the most. I mean, I don't know how I can paint the picture. I mean, Tom Brady to me is the best I've ever seen in my life. I mean, this guy week in and week out, he gets the job done with the players that we have. I mean, yesterday we did not play one of the best games ever all year long, but y'all
played Bryce Petty in the Jets though.
Right. But but at the same time, when you look at it, we can win in so many different ways. That is crazy. Like I said, we focused on yesterday was our running game and our running attack with Dion Lewis, and we was able to get him 24 carries yesterday. But that's you can see the championship pedigree within Bill Belichick and what it is he's trying to do as far as going into these playoffs. I don't see Jacksonville and Buffalo being the team to beat us.
Y'all got one job. And that's stay away from the Jacksonville Jaguars. I got one job.
But I think we'll end up playing them next after they play Buffalo, right?
Well,
they play Buffalo.
Well, y'all will get the lower seed. Whoever the lower seed is, who y'all will get. So y'all, if Buffalo wins, y'all will get Buffalo. But if Jacksonville wins, y'all will get the winner of the 4 and 5.
So, but I don't see them team. I don't even think watching Jacksonville play yesterday against Tennessee. Come on,
they got Blake Bortles, dog. So with Blake Bortles, if he come to play, y'all in trouble. But if he be his normal self, geez. Hey man, hold on, Jay. I got to shout out to my boy DeMar Davis. We are the reason his team is not in the playoffs because we got one win for them.
Who is his team?
The Lions. I gotta go ahead and tell the people. I'm not gonna sit and lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to the people. D Davis, my boy DeMar Davis. You already know how much is due. Homage is paid. We're gonna speak the truth around here. And the Falcons took a game from you, and that might have been the game that got you in the playoff. But now you can just go to the house and watch with me, bro. Still my guy. But hey man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm kind of digging this Facebook Live thing when we doing our podcast. This is cool. You put me on to this morning, man. Shout out to my main man, Blueprint. Doing work early, inspiring the D-verse to get up and get it going before we get the game going on. But while we got the people on, why everybody? Come on, D. Davis, one and done. Come on, man. Don't do us like that. Come on with the game, bro. We're gonna beat these boys, and we're gonna take care of Case Keenum. Get out of here, bro.
Yeah, this a lot of people don't know, bro, but Atlanta coming up it's tough to come off a playoff loss like they took in the Super Bowl, to deal with what it is they dealt with all year long as far as the inconsistency play and stuff like that from them alone. But all it takes is to get there. You play to get there. Now it's a new season. It's a clean slate for the Falcons. They got a clean slate, and they have an opportunity right now because we darn sure didn't see it from Philly not putting up a goose egg.
You know what? I'm not even going to entertain Charles Harris because I know Charles is a saint, so he can't do nothing but say he can't do it like that. If he would say we win and stuff like that, he wouldn't be true to himself. That ain't the Charles I know. You know what I'm saying? So Charles, I ain't even gonna entertain you, bro. I ain't even gonna go there with you. Pats and Saints and shit up. Ooh, boy, look here. Look, DeMar, I gotta tell y'all, so y'all see I got the Falcon red on. But DeMar, Charles, y'all got to listen to me, hear me, listen to me, and listen to me too. I believe the best quarterback that I've ever seen play the game, with no disrespect to Tom Brady, is number 9, Drew Brees. He got the stats to prove. In order for him to solidify that legacy for everyone else, he needs to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl and beat him. If he get him, he's gonna beat him. I'm telling you now. And
he will not.
And when Tom Brady lose to number 9 is going to say, I beat the 2 best quarterbacks in my era, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers. If y'all want some, y'all got 2 more years, and he gonna get y'all 2. Matt Ryan, he owned him too. Who you want? But
it's one guy he don't own, and that's number 12. And when we face New Orleans this year, did New Orleans win?
Hey, Charles, hold on. Hey, DeMar, we got a college football segment coming up. Believe that. Is Oklahoma in the Big Ten? Because if they are, they getting their first loss in bowl season tonight.
They're in the Big 12.
Oh, that's really the Big Ten though.
Yeah, because there's only 10 teams in the Big 12. How you call yourself Big 12 with 10 teams? But
hey man, look, that's a brand. That's why they didn't change it, bro. That's a brand, bro. But let's get it going though. Let's just be clear here. The Falcons have did the unthinkable, and now the real season starts. Now the real work goes, because everybody is not gonna forget we blew that big lead in the Super Bowl until we win the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan, you got one job. This is for your legacy, bro. Like, this is it. This is for your legacy. You're going to solidify yourself in one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time because you got the statistical numbers to prove it, but you got to win in these moments. All you got to do is go forward and Joe Flacco did. It's your time to do it.
Let me ask you this, though. What is it? Because when I look at when a lot of people say, well, this year, Julio wasn't as effective, but when you look at the numbers from Julio's stats on last year and his stats this year, before the game on yesterday, Julio last year had 83 catches for 6 touchdowns, and he was over 1,000 yards last year. Right. This year he had 83 catches with 3 touchdowns, but he was still, his numbers were still the same. But to me, what is it that Atlanta has to do to get Julio Jones the football? He needs that football in his hand because he's a playmaker.
Well, here's the thing, man. Julio Jones only declined. Great point, D.R. I was just about to say the same thing. Julio only went down in touchdowns. But if you really want to go back, Matt Ryan never really threw a lot of touchdowns for Julio. One thing that I would like to see Julio get an opportunity to do is in the red zone, just get some of those, I'm better than you, give me that type play calls from him. Line up in a double tight formation, Julio at the right of the screen, line it up to where they cannot double him and say my guy is better than your guy, but we don't get that offer. That is my only problem with that. I think Kyle Shanahan was big in dialing up the big plays for us. He's doing that right now. Jimmy G style looks like it's going to be real good in San Francisco. But at the end of the game, bro, it all going to come down to the running game. Matt Ryan has only been good when he had a top 5 running game. Michael Turner, we running the ball, and Devontae, they're running the ball. We are a running team.
Right.
The ball. Stop trying to put the ball game in Matt Ryan's hands and run the football. That's how we're gonna get out of here.
Because Tevin Coleman, to me, man, that guy, when that guy get the football in his hand, he is just as good as Devontae Freeman. If not, he could start at any other team. He could start for any other team in the league.
Me and Courtney was talking about that yesterday. One thing that I do like about Devontae more than I like Tevin Coleman is that Devontae has an ability to make something out of nothing. 2-yard runs miraculously just turn to 4. Things of that nature. Tevin Coleman is more of a one-cut guy. When that hole is there, he hit it and it's lights out. But both of those guys can push the ball out of the back. We just got to get back to that. Look at our team is our running back. Running back. We got to get our running backs in mismatch situations so we can utilize them in the short game. Trying to go deep all the time to get big plays. Let's get these little plays, get great tackles, and be the dynamic playmakers that they are, instead of trying to just call the perfect home run play. No, got an offense that we can attack with multiple ways. Let's make sure that we get touchdowns, and that's by putting drives together. We don't have to score one play, 69-yard drive. We don't have to win like that.
Right.
But let's switch it over right quick, Jay Money. Let's switch it over. We got the big games today. We got the Dogs versus the Sooners. We got the Dogs versus the Sooners. We got people watching live right now. They are so disrespectful. They believe in Mayfield Milk. They believe it's done. They think he's going to get it, go against the Dogs. And I'm telling you right now, Kirby Smart is a Nick Saban disciple. Every national championship that Nick Saban had, Kirby Smart was on the staff, and we for live action. We should be prepared. They gave Kirby Smart 30 days to prepare. He should just make no mistake. They got a guy in Baker Mayfield who can swing the ball all over the yard. He is yards worth of cream. But that boy D. Davis, boy, generally when you meet D. Davis, you might hate him at first because he's gonna but just know it's all love.
Right.
Go to the night. No, D. No, D. Davis picking us. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. No, sir, I'm not having it. I'm not having it.
No.
I'm having it at all.
But like you said,
I see sarcasm in D. Davis.
But like you said, Nick Saban, the way his system is set up as far as preparing for teams and preparing week in and week out, I was able to see a lot of Alabama's practices in preparation for this game against Clemson. I was able to see a lot of their practices and getting ready for that. But shout out to my boy DeAndre Swift, who follow me on all social medias, who gave me the link to watch Georgia Rose Bowl practices, man. I saw, man, they are similar. They are so similar on how they prepare, on how Kirby Smart gets Georgia ready for a ball game, and how Nick Saban prepares. He has that championship pedigree. He brought a championship pedigree to the University of Georgia, and I believe it's going to all come into fruition this year. It's just something.
One thing about it, me and you are both Georgia Bulldogs fans. Georgia Bulldogs have not won national championships over the last 10, 15 years because of lack of talent. That's not what happened.
Right.
We have not been able to perform our best in the big game. Kirby Smart did a chance to really leave your mark as a Georgia Bulldog, from being a former player and being a coach. Her job is to win now. I don't want to hear anything about next year. None of that. That's not going to work for us. We have to get it done, and we have to get it done
right. Right. Let me ask you this: going into this game, what is it that you think Georgia is going to be able to do defensively as far as their secondary is concerned with the mixed coverages and things like that? What is Kirby Smart going to do? If you're Kirby Smart, how do you prepare your secondary for Baker Mayfield?
I personally think that we have we have the athletes to match up with them athletes. So make no mistake about it, but I think that we're going to be able to get just our front four. We don't have to blitz that much. We got Rickon, who's the top linebacker in the country. I want somebody to argue. I can't wait to have that conversation with you. But he's the best linebacker in the country. And because of what he can do, they'll be able to have a great opportunity to mix it up between zone and pass. Hopefully that our overall team speed will be the deciding factor. We have a fast defense. It's probably the fastest defense that Oklahoma has seen all year. So hopefully that alone wakes up Oklahoma. Because if we get them in third and long, and things of that nature, that's over. That's over. We got to stay ahead of it. Then also, I think our running game and our offense, a lot of people are not understanding that I think our offense is going to go often. We're not going up against an elite defense. We should do whatever we want, whether it's a pass or run. We should be able to do exactly what we want to do with football.
When we talk about Oklahoma's offense with the RPO, with the run pass option that Baker Mayfield brings to the table, do you think that
the first time Baker Mayfield run today, he gonna get his full crap by rate on snip, and that's gonna be the end of it. That's gonna be the end of it.
Right. But you see that they're making, to me, I believe like the media world, they put out there, they're already making excuses for Baker Mayfield in this ball game going up against the University of Georgia in that defense with he's sick and he's this and he isn't able to this. So if he was to lose against Georgia, what's going to be the first thing they say? Oh, well, he wasn't healthy because he was sick.
No. Yeah, see, it depends on how. If they lose and it's a good ball game, it won't be because he's sick. But if we smack him the way we supposed to smack him, the Heisman Trophy quarterback was sick.
And a staggering statistic, I posted this a couple of days ago. I said out of the last 8 quarterbacks to win the Heisman Trophy, they're 1-7. They're 1-7 in bowl games stemming after winning the Heisman Trophy. So
who was the quarterback that won the Heisman and won the national championship?
Cam Newton.
Only one. And look, he barely got that.
Oh, true. You're right.
He didn't get that.
You're right.
He didn't get that.
It was tough.
Tim Tebow didn't win when he won the Heisman. He lost to Michigan. In a bowl game down there in Florida. Troy Smith didn't win. Who else didn't win? Sam Bradford didn't win when he had that.
Sam Bradford didn't win. Nope. Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson didn't. Well, you ain't gonna count him because he didn't get to the game. You got to get to the game for this to count. Lamar didn't even get to the game. Baker Mayfield got a chance to get to the game. That's why I didn't understand how Deshaun Watson in one of these 2 years did not earn a Heisman Trophy because he
should have been a Heisman Trophy winner.
He had to be the best player in the country one of them years, bro. Like Deshaun Watson was unreal. Like, it was the Vince Young story for me. It was the Vince Young story for me with Deshaun Watson.
But okay, and speaking of Deshaun Watson, I said this. I was talking about this just a few minutes ago.
The push.
Deshaun Watson and this quarterback that Clemson got. Do you think he's going to have to play a hell of a ball game like Deshaun Watson played against Alabama in order to defeat Alabama? And Deshaun Watson played a perfect ball game against Alabama twice to beat.
I don't think we got to talk that long. I don't think he got to play at that high of a level because he's not going up against that type of Alabama team. This is one of the weakest Alabama teams that they had in a while. Very good, but not as talented as they have been over the past few years. What do you think about it?
I mean, I think, as far as defensively wise, when you bring a guy like Minkah Fitzpatrick into the game, he's healthy now. He's had opportunity to rest, and I think he is just going to be a force to be reckoned with, and he's going to be everywhere on this football field, and he's going to cause problems for Clemson offensively. And I think it's just going to take a crazy effort from that quarterback that Clemson have in order to defeat this Alabama defense.
That's right. Hey, Jeremy, hold on one time. Hey, got a shout out to my main cousin. Hey, CC, what's happening? Tell them for Buffalo is in. Buffalo is in the playoffs, and they coming to see you, Jeremy. Woo! Buffalo,
bro. Stop.
You would not disrespect the train right now.
No, stop, bro. Buffalo, bro.
Hey,
really?
Man, my boy the Shiloh in out of B Wells. He's in the building. Woo! What up, C?
Buffalo negative.
Hey man, listen here, man. I'm just trying to tell you the truth, man. I'll tell you the truth. We coming to see y'all. Buffalo Bills will come see y'all. They'll come see y'all. I think they're gonna get Jacksonville, though. I just got that feeling.
I agree with you. I think Buffalo's good enough to beat Jacksonville, given the fact, well, Jacksonville at home has been a really good football team.
It's Blake Bortles, man.
At home, Jacksonville is a really good football team, though. At home. And Buffalo's going to be having to travel to Jacksonville. It's going to be tough now. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a cakewalk for Buffalo. But if they do it, it's going to take probably LaShawn McCoy having a good 200-yard rush.
He's going to have to have a big game rushing.
He's going to have to have a really big game. But I wouldn't be surprised if
not their strength.
Right. Who's going to stop this guy in Leonard Fournette, man? Because I look that I think he's going to get Buffalo's going to see a heavy dosage of Leonard Fournette come next week, man.
I think they can keep him in check. I think you can load up the box, load up 8-9 and say Blake Bortles beat. That's how you're going to have to win that game. Blake Bortles got to get it done. Blake Bortles got to get it. Hold on, Jim. I got to answer one question for my boy C-Baby. He asked me what I think about the Bears. I'm going to tell you, they better go get the Lions and Tigers. That's what they need to help them. We need to go see the Wizard, all right?
He said they better go get the Lions and the Lions and the Tigers.
Oh, my.
Not Mitchell Trubisky, man.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. But, yo, we getting down to the end of it, man, and we got to give y'all our final perspectives on this thing. For me, I really feel like that this is going to be a great week of football. This due to all the protests and everything going on. None of that matters to me at all. It's time to get it done. This is what the players play for. This is what the fans watch for. If your team is in, this is a great time to be a football fan. And I'm trying to tell you right now. Hey, who that said I look like Marvin Sapp? I said.
Oh boy, they got jokes.
Hey. But you already know. But truth be told, I got the Falcons this weekend. If we could contain Todd Gurley, shout out to Todd Gurley. I've been known that you're a special player since I seen your high school footage before you came to Georgia. Man, look here. We got to take care of that young man, and we got to keep him under control. Because if he get busy, we might get ran up out of that thing. I'm just gonna go and let you know. And you gotta also pray for Drew Brees and number 9. They made it. Cam Newton, shout out to Cam Newton. Had a lot of adversity this season, but you're still on top right now. You control your legacy, you control your own destiny. You got one job: get back to the Super Bowl and win it. And it's nothing to hate to say to you then, because you've been unwanted on both levels. And anybody saying anything negative about you in the game at that point, you know what that is. Capital H. They just hating on you. And as far as the Georgia Bulldogs go today, they get one job, and that's advance, get back to Georgia, play for the national championship in Georgia. You have to get that done. Yes, Nick, I agree with you. Matt Ryan has to be effective. He does not have to be the MVP, but he need to come close if we need to get back in that Super Bowl and win. Because he need that for his legacy. His legacy is on the line now. His legacy is on the line now. Drew Brees trying to make his. Cam Newton trying to build his. Matt Ryan trying to sustain his. Tom Brady trying to solidify his. Big Ben trying to pound his chest one more time for the one time. But look at here. It is time for football. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did, D. Dave. I'm not logging out nothing. If we get him in the Super Bowl, he gonna get him. Better check them stats. Tom Brady been on the better team. Drew Brees, to me, the better quarterback. That's just me. And you ain't gonna.
Whoa.
But go ahead, Jeremy. Let the people off easy, bro.
Oh man, I just feel as though, like I said, if you're a football fan, and if your team is in a college football playoff, and if your team is in the NFL playoffs that's going on, you got really good football that's about to come your way. We got today, I'm picking Georgia to have a hell of a ball game and shut down Baker Mayfield. I'm picking Alabama to beat Clemson on tonight. I see Georgia and Alabama playing each other for the national championship here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. It's going to be rocking if we're to get that national championship game going. And in the NFL, in the playoffs, man, I just think this is a year that it's up for anybody to win. I think any team that's in the playoffs right now has the opportunity to win the Super Bowl. Even though I'm a Patriots fan, but just being real, you got young teams who have the ability to just, to win. This could be Atlanta year, given the fact of the year of what they had. Hey, who knows? Atlanta can they could just put it all together and beat, these teams that's in the NFC and play for a Super Bowl against. I mean, how crazy it would be if they end up playing somebody like Jacksonville or somebody like that, to where, like, hey, they could easily get a Super Bowl win. If anybody can win this year, I think anybody has opportunity to win right now in the NFL, and so that makes me want to look at these playoffs even more. So I'm really looking forward to it, and I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I'm a happy fan right now.
She'll be under control, man. At some point in time, they're gonna figure out a way to cheat to get y'all back in the Super Bowl. But with that being said, this marks another edition of Fresh Perspective. Muhammad Speaks. Appreciate y'all tuning in. And I got a couple more questions to answer on Facebook Live. Jeremy, we can get right back to it on that, man. God bless. Happy New Year. Y'all be safe out there.